All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lena's looking great, darlings. Now, guys, Richard Leo Hunt is new to the scene. He just went viral, kind of. I'm not sure if he's going really viral now, but he is really kind of just like totally different than anyone I've ever seen. Even though he does the same thing as everybody, he's totally different for some reason. His philosophies on life and just um, his in general, um, excuse me, guys, his in general analysis of people that make negative comments has been really kind of cool. I thought they were really good viewpoints, and I thought, wow, good for him. He's really kind of, because I mean, he's obviously popular, so he knows that people that are, I know too, when people say negative things about me, I'm really good, but I'm not famous yet. But when you're famous, you know the people that say these things are, not necessarily people that would perform. And so, he kind of had enough going. He was like, well, maybe they are shy and should they want to perform, but they have a fear. So instead of giving hate comments, why not perform, right? Like, why not, right? Guys, I love these heels. Aren't they nice? I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, if they want to perform, they should, right? And maybe that's what's holding them back, their fear of performing. Because, some people really, I mean, for me, I don't care what insults I get. I'm always so surprised when I get an insult. I never do really that often anymore, but whenever I get an insult or anything negative, I'm always like so surprised. I'm like, why am I getting a negative insult? I'm so good. And then I'm like surprised. But, I think part of it too, I think another reason why people may say negative things is because you see them on the street maybe, and maybe you aren't really nice. Like maybe that's what the problem is, or maybe that's what the main problem is. People will see them on the street and they may not be super nice, or maybe they're not presentable, or maybe they're not saying what they want them to say, so they give a negative comment. And of course, in order to anecdote that, you have to be kind to everyone. You have to really, if you don't like a person, don't say it to them. I mean, not that you don't like them, but you shouldn't have to be like really nice to everyone. But if you don't like someone, or they're not your kind of person, you shouldn't have to be, as a creator, you shouldn't have to go out of your way to show that you care, but you shouldn't be rude, and everyone has their place, everyone is important. You shouldn't be like rude to anyone. You shouldn't be um, someone that gives negative feedback to anyone in person, because of course they're going to say something negative to you when they see you on the channel and they see you in person. So instead of being like all like, oh my god, I'm getting negative comments, maybe it's also what you give in the world too, right? So if you are someone that's very attractive, it's understandable that people might be very kind of like wanting to get a piece of you or whatever. So instead of being like all like, oh, everyone wants me to be this way, that way, just, if you have to ignore someone because maybe they're not your type of person, that's fine. But just don't go out of your way to be rude. Just don't go, and I'm just speaking for myself too, like sometimes people might feel the same way. Maybe they're like, I don't like this person necessarily, so I'm not going to go out of my way to be nice. But instead of like slamming them or treating them like dirt or whatever, you should just be, not like you have to be super nice to them, but just don't be rude, right? And now I'm very nice to everyone, but sometimes you just like you're in a head zone where you don't want to talk to anyone. You just want to go about your day. As a person that's like a celebrity look-alike or a celebrity type, I get people that want me to compliment them or say, not compliment them necessarily, but say something. And of course, I would love to, but sometimes I'm not in the right headspace. So, you can't really always be there present for everyone. And if you're the star, then they have to understand that you can only do it when you're ready and when you want to. And of course, but like I said, don't be flat out rude. And people can change. Maybe you think someone's not a star now, or you think someone's no good. People can change. It's amazing. Some people have done major transformations. Like, if you're rude to people that are overweight, some people that are overweight are lose weight and become drop dead gorgeous. So being rude to people that are overweight may not solve your issue, and it may cause things to be worse. And maybe those people are being rude to you on your channel because they know they're worth more, and they become worth more because they lose weight, right? So don't be rude to anyone. You are not entitled just because you are a YouTuber, let's say. You are not entitled to things, you know. And of course, some people just don't like people because they're YouTubers. So in that way, you can't really combat that really with kindness, but you can just say, you know, that's what they want. They're not into that, and that's okay, and that's fair. Not everyone's gonna like whoever you are or whoever I am. Not everyone's gonna like that, so you have to just let it go. But anyway, I hate doing these analysis of interactions with people because I'm very nice when you get me in a position where I'm talking to you. I'm never gonna be rude, but sometimes I'm just like all over the place, so you can't really, you know, analyze all that and whatever. Like you can't really, you know, like if I'm talking to someone, I'm not gonna be rude to them, and I'm always gonna be nice. It's just that sometimes I'm not in the right headspace, or someone says something or does something that I'm like annoyed with, but I'm not really, you know how it is. Like I actually saw a video with Cher, and she was like getting mad at someone because they were videotaping her, and you know we all know Cher is kind and beautiful and embraces life and really is an inspiration. But you know, obviously, if someone's videotaping her and she doesn't want it, she might not be in the right headspace to get the videotape of herself. So you know, it's not like she's doing anything wrong, but people might interpret it, oh my gosh, she's mean. Well, she's not mean, but she just didn't want to be videotaped by that person in particular that day, right? Anyway, thank you. Bye now. Bye, everyone.